Okay, Saturday, 18th of January, 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Psychology Saturday, understand yourself and others better. Bitcoin, high and low time preferences, short and long term thinking. That's the key thing here, short and long term thinking. Now, I forgot which one's which exactly, high and low time preferences, but the principle is the longer the time horizon we have in life, the harder it is to think that way, but generally the better it is. I'm doing things like this vlog behind the scenes that I may not truly benefit from for, let's say, 10 years from now. I have this nice little concept I came up with years ago now, compounded delayed gratification. We have delayed gratification, the marshmallow experiment, doing something for tomorrow as opposed to today, for later on, future, thinking of the future. But I go one step further, compounded delayed gratification. I'm doing something so the future is exponentially easier and better. Case in point, for example, I'd say, before going to the gym, I'd prepare food. So that when I come back, I press a button, click here, do this, done. Leverage. Because either way, the task has to be done, now or later. Do it now, so in the future, things are even easier. So how does this relate to Bitcoin? The general idea and principle behind Bitcoin is that as you understand where the price is going up and with that direction. The time horizon is debatable, the price, the range is debatable, but the principle is up and to the right. So then, you're more incentivized, one, to survive into the future, and two, incentivized to think more long term. And when you're incentivized and thinking more long term, that affects all aspects of your life. Diet, behavior, attitude, dress, behavior, things you do, everything. So it's into the future. So it's to grow into the future. And I did a video about this months ago. He with the longest time horizon wins. Something akin to that. Very powerful. And as you start to be aware where the price is going, you're more incentivized to survive into the future and start to do things into the future. I did a video about this as well. The unexpected benefits of being on a Bitcoin standard. Quite powerful. So as we think more long term, we are building and creating stuff for the future. And that is something I've started to really internalize as well as of lately. Build. Focus. Every single day, building. These daily tasks are generally a bit annoying because the idea would be, I did this yesterday, why do I have to do it again? But that short-term pain and annoyance. But when you look at the long term, these videos, this vlog is a prime example. The whole archive, the whole library is priceless. It's huge. It just grows every day, just consistently and persistently every day. That's powerful. Then over the course of a year, or a year and a half at this rate, it's this massive library. Powerful stuff. Absolutely powerful stuff. And that's just, no regrets. And that's amazing. And again, these videos are for the future generations. Massive archive of knowledge to be just passed down. Just watch this. Just watch all these videos and learn. And that's powerful. And that's long-term thinking. And as I said before in some of the videos, I can't remember which ones really, everything I try to do is with a long-term focus. Doing something today that will benefit and be impactful in the future. That's powerful. Very, very good. And the same with Bitcoin. Having that, I think it's low time preference where you're thinking way into the future. And that's powerful. The further into the future you think, the harder it is, objectively, but the more of a grandiose vision you'll have. There's this nice quote in the book, and certainly in the film, I guess it's in the book as well, Dune, which talks about, I forgot who, I can picture some scenario, some woman is speaking, some priestess, let's say, and she says something akin to, our plans are measured in centuries. That's insane, that is. Because it means that everything you do today is 100 steps ahead, being 100 steps ahead. Thinking things well in advance. And Bitcoin is one way to understand this, to really bring it down to earth, as opposed to abstract, more to the intangible, really, and saying, well, the maths is pointing to that direction, therefore, adjust your incentives and plans accordingly. Interesting. And that has a ripple effect in all parts of reality, in life, in day-to-day life, in the quotidian life. Nice little word that is. Quotidian. Day-to-day world. Day-to-day life. That's powerful. So really, the principle is try to be as long-term thinking as possible. However, there's an interesting caveat. Too much long-term thinking and you start to ignore the present in a sense of, for example, I have this bar of chocolate. I'll eat this as a reward for doing something amazing. Okay. You do something amazing? No, another thing amazing. You do another amazing thing. No, another amazing thing. You keep delaying it, and you do 10 amazing things, and you think, okay, but hang on a minute, it expired last week. So you can be too sacrificial for the future and ignore the present in a sense of, I need to eat something, but I'll eat something later. Oh, later. Oh, later. Oh, starve to death, for example. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the present. Being short term, what am I going to do in the next 5-10 minutes? Oh, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do. What am I going to do in the next minute or two or so? And I'm very, very sure I did a video about this. I'm quite sure I did. The current thing that I'm doing, is it the most high value thing that I can, should, would, ought to be doing? Is this thing right now the most important thing I need to be doing? That's powerful, because then it helps me to prioritize the task. I got all these tasks to do, and I got all this time, and then I say, right, well, this first, then this, then that, and this, and this, which is most important, most pressing, most valuable. But then, depending on the time, you could say, well, I got bags of time, so order doesn't particularly matter because it will be done eventually, even if it's just in a sequential order or chronological or alphabetical order. It will be done if there's enough time. Great. And then you've got plenty, even more time. I can do a few of the really, really small minor tasks that need doing, some mopping up here and there in the real short term. Is this the most high value thing I could be doing? Yes, no, maybe. And all these things, all these tasks affect into the future. Like this vlog is a very good example. These videos I record are for the future. And a few other things. Daily selfie. I did a video about this back in April. I've been taking a daily selfie for every day for a year at that point. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. So yeah. Be long-term thinking, but not too much that you ignore the present, ignore the short term. What am I going to eat what am I going to do in the next 10 minutes? What am I going to do tonight, tomorrow, things like that. Things worthwhile considering. Yes, but very important. Long-term thinking. Low time preference, I always get it mixed up. High and low, which one's which, but long-term thinking. I'm pretty sure it's low time preference. I think so, yeah. But anyway, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.